Hello, I'm Phil. Just checking out the latest developer update for Dead by Daylight number 6.04. We're adding bots to custom matches, so you can load in as a killer and have a practice against 1, 2, or 3 survivors, or even bring friends and bots in. That's pretty cool. In the future, they're going to add killers, but they need to train the AI for the killers to use their power first. So you'll be able to go and practice against bot killers as a survivor. That's kind of cool. Visual improvements, pallets, and breakable walls, and some other things are being changed. Have a look at the basement. The basement, that looks nice. Basement looks hella nice. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like that. I like that. Look at that. I can sit in there with Bubba, nice and comfy. Flashlight adjustments. We recently updated flashlights to prevent them from being triggered too frequently. Okay, so there's no more clicky spam. We know about that. Locker blind immunity. Okay, so locker blinds and locker saves are going to be prevented now. The killers are going to be immune when they pull a survivor from a locker. Why? I mean, it takes some pretty precise timing to get a flashlight save from a locker. I don't see why. I'm a killer main myself, but okay. Flashlight save buffer. A flashlight save can be a game changer, but they're a little tricky to pull off. On top of getting into position for a save, the timing on flashlight saves is incredibly precise. You need to blind the killer right as the pickup animation ends, but before they can turn away. While experienced survivors have mastered this, pulling off a save can feel off limits for a newer player. To address this, we're adding a short quarter-of-a-second buffer to the end of a killer's pickup animation. If they are blinded during this window, they will be stunned and drop the survivor as soon as the animation finishes. Oh my god, they've buffed flashlights. They've buffed flashlights. Oh no. Okay, behavior. They take away the locker blinds, but they buff regular flashlights. Alright, matchmaking improvements. Dead by Daylight is always changing, so it only makes sense for the matchmaking system to change with it. We're keeping an eye on matchmaking and making small tweaks behind the scenes to strike a nice balance between wait times and match quality. In addition to this, we have some larger, much requested improvements on the way. Matchmaking is a very complex subject, so we'll have a dedicated post going into detail on exactly how these new features will work. But in the meantime, here's what you can expect. Team-based ratings. With escapes being the win condition, dying heroically to save your team can feel a little anticlimactic. We're introducing team-based ratings to remedy this. Your rating will adjust based not only on your own performance, but the team's performance as well. Sacrificing yourself to save the team won't be as punishing. Okay. Extended breaks. If you're just coming back from an extended break, contending with rust on top of facing same caliber type of players as when you left can make things rough. To make returning from a break easier, your matchmaking rating will adjust quicker after your first few matches back. This will help you settle into a place where you're more comfortable much quicker than before. Both changes will be part of the 6.4.0 update coming next month. Keep an eye out for matchmaking blog posts for more details. Okay, well that's nice. If you take a little break, then you get shit on for a couple of games, but then the game will adjust and drop your MMR to where you're comfortable, I guess. Update on cheating. We've recently shared a roadmap detailing our plans to combat cheating. Here's what we've done recently. So last update, they did actually do a big thing about cheaters. Prevented cheaters from hooking themselves, prevented generators from being instantly powered, prevented cheaters from starting a match with 2 killers. You can no longer duplicate perks and add-ons. You can't stack them. Nice. No more extended flashlight blind durations. Okay. Maybe that will go for the stuns as well, because you could get stunned from head-on and you'd be stunned for about 20 minutes. Hopefully they fix that too. Reduced maximum length of matches. Yep, okay, so the match is at maximum an hour now, and endgame will force close after 5 minutes after the endgame collapse, so you can't be held hostage anymore. So much. Added countermeasures to prevent player sniping. Okay, no more stream snipers, or less stream snipers maybe. And cheaters can no longer crash the game. Okay, well we had that. I've had that several times, so if they can't do that anymore, that's pretty nice. We're now able to confirm that these fixes were effective and have limited the abilities of cheaters for the time being. We have already identified additional vulnerabilities and will roll out fixes over the coming weeks, but can't give details because it's like an arms race with cheaters. Yeah, it's fair. Have they sorted out the IP leaks? Because I still play on a VPN, and I'm sure most streamers play with a VPN as well. I will probably do it for the foreseeable future as well. I don't want to get DDoSed again. Temporary bans have been updated. For griefing, harassment and unsportsmanlike conduct, different from matchmaking bans from disconnecting from a match. So to discourage toxic behaviour, we are increasing the duration of temporary bans across the board. First strike, 48 hours instead of 24. Second strike is a week instead of 48. Third strike is a month instead of a week. Fourth strike, permanent ban from the game. Wow. Toxicity has no place in the game. We hope these increased durations will both discourage players from spreading toxicity in the first place, as well as give them more time to reflect on their behaviour afterwards. As a reminder, cheating will result in an immediate ban. With that, we've reached the end of the final developer update of 2022, but don't worry, we'll keep in touch till these posts return. Okay, so there's a 6.4.0 PTB starting next week, so that'll be Tuesday, I guess. Alright, wonderful. Bannable offences found here. Let's just have a quick look at this list. Might as well, eh? Harassment, communications, abuse. In-game report required. Okay. Griefing, intentional gameplay abuse. So working with the opposite team. Targeting specific... Is that talking about tunnelling? Is tunnelling gameplay abuse now? And holding the game hostage. I mean, I don't think holding the game hostage has... Reporting has ever worked for that. I mean, I've had 2 survivors hide for about an hour, not touching generators, and I don't think that reporting them worked in the slightest, but maybe it did. You never know. It has actual gameplay abuse. Exploits, abusing bugs or errors in game design to gain a competitive advantage. Advertising exploits, exploiting bugs, errors in design or undocumented features. So is this the 2 flashbangs? Should we have reported everyone who had 2 flashbangs while that was on? Maybe, huh? Right. I'm going to report everyone for everything. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Botting, lag switching, disconnects. But do not report disconnects. I mean, lag switching is so hard to prove, but I've got a bunch of instances where I've saved footage of it. Survivors lag switching, but I just never felt like anyone would do anything about it. Well, fine. That's it. That's the update. We'll see the PTB Tuesday and see what the new flashlight saves are like, I guess. GG.